Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Fan Zone here at Goodison Park, and welcome if you're watching on Everton Live. Ahead of the regular Fan Zone today, of course, today is the 34th anniversary of the Hillsborough tragedy, and every day Merseyside stands united. The 97 Liverpool fans who lost their lives as a result of that day will never be forgotten. I'm sure many of you here know people affected by the tragedy in 1989. Now, Everton's ambassadors, Ian Snowdon and Graham Stewart, Ian Byrne MP, and members of the Everton Fan Advisory Board are placing a wreath at the plaque here. That's at Goodison Park, just at the park end. You'll have seen the plaque in memory of the 97 people who lost their lives. Earlier today, a wreath and a shirt on behalf of Everton Football Club were also laid at the Hillsborough Memorial across the park at Anfield. Now, before kick-off today at Goodison Park, we will join together for a period of silence in memory of the 97, which will begin and end on the referee's whistle. This city and this club will never forget them. I hope you're all safe and well today then. At least the sun is shining for us in the Fan Zone. It makes a change. We've had quite a lot of rain recently, haven't we? We've got lots for you coming up today. Don't forget, as ever, fans supporting food banks are here. They do a brilliant job. They're at every home game. The purple van at the back of the Fan Zone there. If you can bring something along when you come to the games, please do. They do incredible work right across Merseyside. Coming up, we've got team news for you very, very soon. As soon as Sean Dyche allows us to, we can tell you the team news first here in the Fan Zone. We will also have higher or lower later on, so I'll be looking for some contenders who want to take each other on. It is a tricky one this week. I will give you a warning, so you might want to play as a team, and Fan Zone, I will be asking for help as well. It is your chance to win a stadium tour for two people here at Goodison Park, so stay with us. Lots to come, and of course the under-21s, if you're doing nothing tomorrow, they're playing at Southport. Is a 12 o'clock kickoff. Snods will be giving us a preview of that one shortly. But you might have seen this because it was 77-year-old Brian who went viral, didn't he? Celebrating Michael Keane's goal against Spurs. I'm sure many of you saw it online. We'll take a look at this because Brian got a very special invite to Finch Farm.
Lovely to meet you. Come see it, Callum. Lovely to meet you. Jimmy, this is Brian and Callum.
All right, Brian, lad. Right. How are you, lad?
All right, thanks.
Have you been a good jumper and a bit of a disco dancer?
So,
Every time they throw the shirts away, he's got to make another one up.
you haven't got to pay for that.
Oh, they have. Who's your favourite player?
The goalkeeper.
Oh my God, we call him Painful.
What?
There's one of his shirts. You'll probably see him knocking about, won't you? There you go.
Okay, Jim, thanks very much.
No problem, lad.
This is Brian, have you seen the celebration?
Oh wow, I did.
I bet you
Unbelievable. No, of course I did. Everyone's seen it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Is that the same stick or did you lose the stick?
No, this is the same.
That's the actual stick.
See ya. Lovely to see you. Yeah. Lovely to see you.
This is Brian.
Hi Brian, how are you? Okay? Nice to meet you. Okay, you alright? Right, mate. Got you a signed programme and a signed shirt from the squad here. You saw the video, you celebrating the goal, going round, it's good. Nice to see.
Do you celebrate every goal like that?
No, I can't. Christ almighty. We were expecting to lose, so late in the game. And I think that's what it was more than anything.
It's really nice to see the impact that a goal can have on everyone. Obviously, you know when you score how wild the celebrations can be depending on the circumstances of the game, but to see the video and see the celebrations, yeah, special feeling.
Thanks, Giulia, and delighted to be joined pitch side now by our under-21s elite coverers. We've got Ian Snowden and Darren Griffiths here. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, Hague Avenue, Merseyside derby for Paul Tate and the boys. Darren, how much are you looking forward to that one? Massive game.
Listen, if you can't look forward to a Merseyside derby in any capacity, there's something wrong. It will be a massive game for the boys. They certainly have to play a little bit better than they did the other night. Myself and Snods were at the Agbra Stadium in Kidderminster, and the boys were soundly beaten by Wolves. It was 5-0, and the scoreline certainly didn't flatter Wolves, but it was out of character. It's been a long season for the guys. I think we worked out it was their 39th game of the season, and they've not played that badly all season, but it's probably the perfect game to bounce back. Snods will know better than me, but when you've been on the end of a result like that and the Merseyside derby's coming up next, you very quickly forget about it and focus on the Merseyside derby.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, what an opportunity to bounce back from, of course, a very disappointing result. If you can get one over on our red rivals, then, you know, everyone feels automatically a hell of a lot better, don't they?
Yeah, as Dad said, it was out of character for our 21s. To get beat 5-0 and convincingly as well, were a big disappointment for it. Paul Tate and his staff will have the boys up for it, but if you're not up for it yourself, a Merseyside derby, it's no good being at Everton Football Club. So it's a great incentive to bounce back this game tomorrow afternoon.
Let's hope so. And Darren, like you just said then, the 39th game of the season, that's an awful lot of football, isn't it? You know, Paul Tate and the boys to go through. And of course, you've seen the likes of Ellis Sims, Tom Cannon. Your squad gets picked apart maybe a little bit come January. Do you think that that's been something that's affected the team a little as well?
Quite possibly. But as we've said, as we've alluded to, it was entirely out of character. And the squad does get decimated from time to time. It's a difficult job coaching the 21s. You could go in of a morning and Sean Dyche might say, listen, I need 2 defenders, I need a full-back, I need a midfield player, I need a goalkeeper. So you don't really know what you're working with, and it can be the same for the games as well, but it has been a long season, and they've missed Ellis Sims' goals, they've missed Tom Cannon's goals as well, but by and large they've responded really well. And one player I'd like to mention is Jjohns Metcalf. He's back in the frame now. He's had a terrible injury, but he's bouncing back, and I like the look of him. Yeah. I like the look of him. He can pass the ball. He's a good kid with a good attitude, and I'm looking forward to him now getting a few games under his belt, getting some game time on the grass between now and the end of the season, and then really push on in the way that, you know, your Stanley Mills, your Isaac Prices, your Lewis Warringtons have done in the last couple of years.
Of course, some great names, some great players that have come through, and Jjohns Metcalf as well there, as Darren's just said, you know, a great lad, a great footballer, and someone who's had a pretty torrid time really with injuries, but we were talking about him before, Snods, and he's a player that loves a tackle. Do you think he'll come alive in the derby tomorrow?
Tell me, he needs to start. He needs to start from minute one, because he does like a tackle. I like that about him. He accepts the ball anywhere on the pitch, but he puts opposition under pressure very quickly, and if there's a tackle to be made, Jensen certainly likes a tackle. So, and there'll be plenty of them in the Merseyside derby tomorrow. So again, I'm reiterating what Darren said, we're looking forward to it, can't wait for the game, and up the toffees, and let's get Liverpool beat.
Let's get Liverpool beat. And Darren, of course, Hague Avenue, you know, you were just saying before again off air that, you know, it'd be good to get a really good crowd there too. We know what a difference a good crowd makes. If we can get Southport full tomorrow, because there'll be lots of Reds there as well, of course. We want to encourage everyone to be there for 12 o'clock, don't we, and get right behind the boys and Paul Tate.
Yeah, sometimes the under-21 crowds are a little bit disappointing at Southport, which is a shame, because it's a chance for the youngsters to get along and see some young Everton players. So it will be nice for them to play in front of a healthy crowd, and there'll probably be a 50-50 split, I would imagine, between Reds and Blues, but there'll be a really good atmosphere. It's never just another game. You know, it might be midday on a Sunday afternoon, but it's Everton against Liverpool, and whatever capacity you're in, Snods and I will be in the I was going to say that the commentary box, it literally is a little box across the halfway line there at Hague Avenue, but it's a place I love going to. It's a smashing football ground, it's a smashing football club, Southport, and let's hope tomorrow that it's the blue half that will be bouncing. I'm sure it will be.
Oh, I love that, the confidence. Let's hope it is. It's the Blues that are leaving Southport happy tomorrow. You want to tune in, of course, but now let's get back to Fulham, and here's a throwback from a few years ago, and a 5-goal thriller between the two teams.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sarah, Snods and Darren there. That's your Sunday sorted then, isn't it? Merseyside derby, 12 o'clock tomorrow at Southport. Make sure you're there. And how lovely was that for Brian after his celebration went viral and he got to go and meet Michael Keane as well. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Did anyone else completely lose the plot when Michael Keane scored? What a cracker of a goal, wasn't it? I went home and I'd managed to injure my hand as well. I don't know how. If it was you I hit, I'm really sorry, but we were all celebrating quite wildly. Let's go back then in time. Not too far. It was 2020, the 22nd of November this. There was a lot of goals in this game when we took on Fulham, but we did take the 3 points. This is what happened.
Well, with the final international break done and dusted until March of next year, there's an awful lot of Premier League football to cram in between now and then. And for Everton, that starts here at Craven Cottage. Ola Aina, the Nigerian defender, and here's Richarlison picking up for Everton. Back from suspension and back creating a goal for Everton. 40 seconds on the clock. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Created by Richarlison. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin has another goal for Everton. Kenny has it again into De Cordova-Reid, and that's the goal for Fulham. A well-worked goal as well. Everton just slowing it down. Now out wide for Iwobi, who goes past two. It's a great run by Iwobi. He's found James Rodriguez in turn for Luca Dean, and that's for Calvert-Lewin, and that's a brilliant Everton goal. Superb football, and you know who is on the end of it again. Godfrey determined to win that, and did. Decore's touch for James Rodriguez, sent out wide for Luca Dean. There's the cross in, and there's the goal for Everton, and it's Decore who gets it. His first for Everton, and it's another wonderful, wonderful Everton goal. Now Ruben Loftus-Cheek thought about the strike at goal, goes for the return, gets it, and gets a penalty. And he's missed it. Cavallero slips and skies it over the crossbar. Lookman's cut back, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and this time they are back in it. Fulham 2, Everton 3.
Yeah, I think we take that scoreline today, wouldn't we? And doesn't it feel weird watching it when there was no fans? What a strange time that was. Thank goodness we're all back in our seats again for games again. Right, I'm being told we will get team news in the next minute or so. So I've just got time to get some score predictions. Would you like to give me some score predictions? Fantastic. What's your name?
Bailey.
Bailey. And what do you think is going to happen today here at Goodison?
I think Everton's going to win.
Everton's going to win. Have you got a score that you think it might be?
2-1.
2-1, we would take that. Have you got a favourite player as well for Everton?
No.
All of them? Yeah. All of them. We like that, OK. So would you like to give me a score prediction? What's your name?
Dixie.
Dixie? Fantastic. What a cool name that is. Is that because you are such a big blue?
Yeah.
You had to be, didn't you, with a name like Dixie? What do you think the score's going to be today?
2-3.
To Everton? That's fine. Not a problem as long as it's a win. Would you like to give a score prediction? No, you've gone shy. Come on, you'll come over here, won't you? What's your name, young man?
Max.
Max, how old are you, Max?
8.
And who is your favourite Everton player?
Jordan Pickford.
Jordan Pickford, he's cool, isn't he? Do you think he's going to make some crucial saves today?
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, he might not be on the score sheet, although you never know. It's not unheard of, is it, for a goalkeeper to get on there? What do you think the score's going to be today?
2-1.
2-1 to Everton. Brilliant. Here we go. Is someone saying they want to give me a score prediction? They tapped me on the head. Here we go. What's your name?
Riley.
And what do you think the score's going to be today?
5-1 Everton.
5-1. Oh, we would love that, wouldn't we? Absolute scenes if that happens today. Who's your favourite Everton player?
Damari Gray.
Damari Gray. And you seem to all have a collection bucket. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but we'll give you a shout out. What are you collecting for?
Money for a football team that's going to Flamingo and for a tournament.
Fantastic. Well, good luck for that. I hope you win it. Give us a cheer, lads. Brilliant. If you see these lads collecting, put something in the bucket for them as well, because they're absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you what, do you want to give me a quick score prediction?
2-0 Everton.
Brilliant. We love that as well. Right, I'm being told I think we have got team news. So we will run through how Sean Dyche is lining us up today. Give the lads a cheer. Here we go. Number 1, Jordan Pickford. Number 2, James Tarkowski. Number 5, Michael Keane. Number 7, Dwight McNeil. Number 11, Damari Gray. Number 17, Alex Iwobi. Number 19, Vitaly Mikalenko. Number 20, Neil Mope. Number 22, Ben Godfrey. Number 27, Idrissa Gana-Gueye. And number 37, James Garner. That is the starting 11 for the Blues. Substitutes is as follows. Number 15, Asmir Begovic. Number 3, Nathan Patterson. Number 4, Mason Holgate. Number 13, Yerry Mina. Number 26, Tom Davis. Number 30, Connor Cody. Number 50, Ellis Sims. 56, Stanley Mills. And 59, Ishe Samuels-Smith. That's the Everton squad today. Let's find out how Fulham line up. 17, Bernard Leno. 2, Kenny Tete. There's a lot of people in this fan zone today. I'm loving it. Number 4, Tosin Adarara Bayo. 6, Harrison Reed. 8, Harry Wilson. 13, Tim Ream. 18, Andreas Pereira. 20, Willian. 21, Daniel James. 26, João Polina. And 33, Anthony Robinson. That's the starting 11 for our visitors today. On the bench for Marco Silva, number 1, Marek Rodak. 5, Shane Duffy. 10, Tom Kearney. 11, Mana Solomon. 12, Cedric Soares. 14, Bobby de Cordef Reed. 28, Sasa Lukic. 30, Carlos Vinicius. And 31, Issa Diop. There you go. That's how the visitors line up today. Thank you, everyone, for your score predictions. Don't forget, we've got higher or lower coming up soon, so we'll be looking for some contestants for that. Usually, here on Everton Live, we like to feature a lot of fans that have travelled quite a distance, and that's no exception today. So we will cross back over to Sarah, who is with some people who've travelled thousands of miles to be at the game.
I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by Kevin Clark, who's come all the way from Cleveland, Ohio to be with us. Your first time at Goodison Park. Can you put that into words for us, Kevin?
Probably not. Pretty incredible. Pretty unbelievable to be here.
So, of course, you've been to this country before. You've never actually been to Liverpool before, never been to Goodison Park, but you have a true love and passion for this football club. To be here finally must just feel surreal.
That's right. Yeah, I'm almost hoping it goes a little longer. It stretches out a little bit more because it's pretty unbelievable to me to be here right now and to kind of be sitting with you talking about this.
Oh, well, it's incredible to have you here and your lovely mum as well, who's made the journey over. And, you know, a lot of fans will have read your piece, the Everton and Hummel piece on My Everton, and your incredible story of why Everton and why you chose the Blues, or why the Blues chose you, maybe I should say.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you know, probably about a little over 20 years ago, I was, you know, Everton picked me out of the lot, and so I'm stuck with them now, but lovingly so. And I got my dad into that, and he took it probably even more seriously than I did, and really, really loved the club. So it's a unbelievable treasure to be here right now.
And of course, your dad as well, Rich, you know, loved the club and so sadly passed away, right. Which is really tragic. And, you know, you said in your piece that the game after we played West Ham here, Everton's first win of the game, and sort of in the last minute, Benrahma had a chance and just went by. You feel that was your father helping us out.
Rich Clark has one save for Everton Football Club, and that was it. Yeah, that's right. That's what he could do for the club that day. Yeah.
Good man, absolutely fantastic. And, you know, just shows your love and passion for the club. You brought, you know, your mother here as well is the same, and your father, and it must feel quite emotional being here today. And it's empty right now, but in a couple of hours this place is going to be very different.
I'm glad we're filming now and I'm not sobbing, you know, so it'll be better when once everyone's in here and screaming. Yeah.
It does. It gets you emotional. There's something about this place that just kind of gets you right in the heartstrings. There's a love and there's a passion around this club, and it's a massive game. We know how huge this game is. It's one that we really, of course, want to win. How do you think we'll get on today?
I think it's going to be 2-0.
Oh,
I think Everton's going to be 2-0. It's going to be early and then late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love an early goal. Now we've got that siren back as well, and it gets everyone up for it. What have you made of Sean Dyche and the team?
You know, he's a tough guy. Seems like a good, tough guy, proper Everton. Yeah. So I love the idea of bringing it back, doing the right football, playing well, you know, getting it done.
That's what it's all about, proper Everton performances. Well, Kevin, listen, I hope you enjoy the game today with your mum. I hope the Blues get the win, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the city whilst you're here.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No, it's a privilege. It's a real privilege to have you here. Back to you, Giulia. Come on, you Blues. I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by two of our Chinese Evertonians. Absolutely fantastic. We've got a physio student with us here today as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit about why you chose Everton to be your football club?
My reason is sounds a little bit weird, but I'll be honest. My friend, who is an Evertonian, and he supported these lifelong clubs for a long time, and I was attracted by the values of this club because it's a people's club. To be honest, it's really, really down to the earth and easy to approach, and I find the value and something this club experience is really, really similar to my life. So I think this is my reasons to support Everton.
I think those are brilliant reasons, and it's what we love about this club, the values, the principles, the togetherness. And Samantha, do you feel the same? Do you have a reason why you chose this club?
Yeah, I'm really glad to be here today, actually. Thank you, Sarah.
We're glad to have you.
Actually, it was in 2017, I remember that we have a very tough game against Arsenal. And actually, my friend who is a fan of Arsenal tagged me to just watch the game with me, but I fall in love with Everton at first sight.
Yes.
Because we played a tough game, but we still move on. We keep the shape, we keep moving, and I think sometimes Everton told me the words that nothing is impossible, and yeah, we fight for our value, we fight for our club, and that's everything. Thank you.
Oh, your words have really inspired me, and I feel I absolutely encapsulate what this football club is all about. The social channels as well. Do you find that it's good being able to keep in touch with other Chinese Evertonians by the social platforms? It's a growing fan base.
I agree with that, because like we can communicate or like interact with the clubs and the fans on the common base, and we can like there's some like prize or some guests or questions like asked for the fans, and you can get some little prize. So it's really good. I think like the connections between Chinese friends and the club here. So I agree with. I really appreciate there's a kind of way for the media, the social media, to connect friends together.
Oh, it's incredible, and that's what it's all about. And again, I just want to thank the both of you for coming here today and for talking to me. Both spoke incredibly well, and yeah, it's just a pleasure. So we hope you enjoy the game, and back to you in the fan zone, Giulia.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I love hearing from these fans that have just travelled thousands and thousands of miles to be here for one game. It's fantastic. So if you're one of them in the fan zone, thank you so much, and welcome to Goodison Park as well. Coming up, you might have seen this week that Bramley Moordock Stadium has been added to the Euro 2028 bid. So fingers crossed that happens, because I think it will be fantastic to host some of the Euros right here on the waterfront in our brand new home as well. We're going to hear about that in just a second. Also, you're going to see on the big screen Shay. Now, Shay is someone who is part of our Everton in the Community family. He has volunteered over 100 hours since he joined about 18 months ago, which is fantastic. And he got a special award this week. It's the Premier League One of Our Own award, and Seamus Coleman went to surprise him with that. First, though, here's what happened when our first team went to the Academy Day.
We're at Finch with the kids for Academy Day to have a little kickabout with the next generation. Felt like an extra training session because they're full of beans, but yeah, it's nice for the kids to mostly be around us, the managerial staff as well. So yeah, it's a good day.
It's a terrific occasion. I mean,
You're right, I think it's 4 years since we last did the Academy Day here, and it's just a brilliant opportunity and a brilliant experience for these kids, really. We want to create experiences for them and memories, and I think this is just part of it, and we hope this is the first of many great experiences and memories that they're going to have being involved with Everton Football Club. Pathway is massive across any club from any academy, so to have the first team men, the first team women, the academy on the same site makes a real difference for one, the interaction on a daily basis, for players moving up and down, and secondly for, again, to promote and have opportunities like this, really. So yeah, that one site facility massively helps the pathway in the journey for these players moving through the academy system into the first team.
We've heard, obviously, the club have nominated you for all your hard work behind the scenes for one of our own award, and from what I've heard, from what I've been told, it's been absolutely fully deserved for all the hard work that you've been doing behind the scenes, and for your ambitions going forward as well. So delighted to present you with the award and the scarf. So a massive well done. Well done. A round of applause for Shay. Now the camera's in your face. You're going to have to get used to this. If you're going to be a gaffer, you've got to get used to this.
Your dream to manage Everton one day?
I don't know, that's a big ask, isn't it? But you could get there before me. Might need to wait till you lose a job and then step in.
He needs any backroom stuff.
Yeah. I could be his backroom staff. Yeah. So what made you get into it then?
I just thought I'll come along. He asked me to come along for a night and see if I liked it, get involved.
Yeah.
And once I come along for that first time, I said I'll come back and just start to get more involved each week.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Shay is such a deserving recipient of this award because he's been attending our kick sessions for a long time, and as a result of that he recognised that he could be a positive role model to some of the younger participants, and so attends every Thursday and supports staff with like setting up the session, doing some coaching, and just generally being there as like a positive role model and someone that the young people can look up to each week. And he just deserves it so much. He never attends without a smile on his face. You know, he gets on with everybody, and you know, he's such a humble and really likeable lad.
Seamus, you met Everton selected one of our own and participants from Everton, the community today. How have you found it?
No, it's been great. You know, I found out about Shay a couple of days ago, and I think to be nominated by us as a club shows how well he has done, because there's so many participants who could have been nominated because of the work that Everton the community do behind the scenes. So for Shay to get nominated shows how hard he's been working at his coaching, and now it was a pleasure to come down here and present him with one of our own picture frame and a scarf.
When he come out I was just shocked. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I just thought I was going to do a coaching session with a few kids, and next thing you know, meeting a player. Being a Blue growing up, seeing Seamus play, it's always someone I've looked up to. Been there for years and finally got to meet him.
And obviously you've been selected with good reason, as Everton's chosen one of our own. It must fill you with great pride.
Yeah, it does, because I've just been doing this at my own time, didn't expect nothing from it. Just been doing it because it's something I enjoy doing, and I've been awarded with something that's brilliant to get.
Potentially in Liverpool in the coming years. 2028, there's the UK and Ireland bid for the Euros. And what do you think of the possibility of not only being an Everton player going into a new stadium, but the possibility of representing your country at a major tournament at Everton's new home?
Yeah, it'll be great. You know, I went down to the stadium last week. But yeah, the new stadium's coming on, looks mega, you know, especially on the dock. But for UK and Ireland to be the host nations of a major tournament will be mega, and touchwood, you know, still in the England setup, come UK 2028, you know, and yeah, it'll be great for the city and for the country as well.
Ben, you've not been down to the new stadium yet. Have you seen pictures of it? What do you make of how it's progressing?
When we go into stay in hotels and that, though, we go and drive past it. So I have seen it. It looks, as like Jjohns said, it looks massive, looks decent. I'm sure we'll have the facilities to be in the running for that tournament. Yeah, I think we've got a good chance.
What responsibility, though, do you both feel to keep Everton in the Premier League going into that new stadium?
Yeah, you know, we've got 8 or 9 games, massive games, but we've got full of confidence as a group, as a squad. Our togetherness is really good. But we've just got to take each game as it comes, really. But yeah, you know, it's Premier League's the toughest league in the world, and you just got to embrace the challenge.
Thank you, Ben and Jordan there. Yeah, it looks absolutely as mega as Jordan put it, doesn't it, now at the new stadium? It looks fantastic. And a big well done to Shay there, who got his award off Seamus Coleman. Brilliant work. Keep it up. Right, it is now time here in the Fan Zone for higher or lower. And I've got a couple of contestants that we're going to meet now. It's their chance to win a stadium tour for 2 people. And I already know this one is a tough one this week, so Fan Zone, you're all going to have to help them out because it's quite a tricky one. Here's my contestant number 1. What's your name, sir?
Harry.
Harry, and who's your favourite player?
Pickford.
Pickford. I think he's very popular, isn't he, Jordan Pickford? What do you think the score's going to be today, Harry?
2-1.
2-1, and who are you playing with? Because you're playing as a team of 2.
Playing with Dad Ricky.
Dad Ricky, all right, stay there. What do you think the score's going to be out of interest?
3-1.
3-1. I'd take any of these scores as long as it's 3 points. I don't mind. Where's my other contestant gone? Where's she gone? Here she is. Has she gone shy? No, I don't think she wants. That's fine. She don't want to do it. Does anyone else want to do it at the last minute? Here we go. Come on in here. What's your name?
Felix.
Felix. And who's your favourite player?
Pickford.
Pickford. I don't think there's anyone that hasn't got Jordan Pickford today as their favourite player. I quite like that. Maybe we need to get him in the Fan Zone one day. I think we'd have to ask the gaffer. I don't think he'd be very happy. OK, you're going to be my second contestant, so stay right there. Harry and Dad Ricky, are you ready to go? All you have to do is look at the big screen there. You will see some cards, and you tell me if you think the next one will have a number on it that's higher or lower. Very simple. Here we go. Let's play higher or lower. Okay, the subject is most Premier League goals from subs. Okay, so you got Dan Gosling with 3, and your card is Tim Cahill. Yeah, I heard you say ouch. It's a really tricky one, this. So, Fan Zone, what do you think? Help them out. Is Tim Cahill higher or lower than Dan Gosling's 3? They're all saying higher, but it's... Okay, what we going for?
Higher.
Higher.
Higher, right, we're saying higher. Fingers crossed. Oh, I told you it was a tricky one, this. Okay. Louis Saha. So remember, it's most Premier League goals, but they've got to have been a sub to have scored it. So Tim Cahill is 2. Louis Saha.
We're saying higher because he was mainly used as a sub. So.
What do you think, Fan Zone, higher or lower? Higher. They agree with you.
We've got to get the next one right if he's only scored 1.
Here we go. So you're saying higher. Let's have a look if you're right. Here we go. Yeah, it had to be, didn't it, with that logic? Definitely. 5. So you got a point on the board. Okay, Duncan Ferguson. I tell you, these are tricky, aren't they? What do you say, Fan Zone? Help me out. Higher or lower? Premier League goals. Oh, they're mixed there. What do you say?
Lower.
You think lower? Is it lower than 5? Let's have a look for Big Dunk. Oh, 8. It's such a tricky one. I'm going to have words with him. Stephen Naismith. He was quite often a super sub, wasn't he? What are we saying, Fan Zone? Higher or lower? Some are saying higher, some are lower. I don't think they're any use to you today.
Higher.
Higher? You're saying higher for Stephen Naismith. Oh, 6. Don't worry. We will see how we go. I told you it was a tricky one. Wayne Rooney, Premier League goals from being a sub. So do we think it's higher or lower, fan zone, than 6? They're saying higher, but it's totally up to you.
Yeah, higher. I was going to say most of the time they've been right.
Higher, yeah. We're going to go with you, fan zone, so this one's on you. We're going to say higher. Oh, 5. I'm telling you, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter of complaint. Who has made this? They're in my ear now. I can hear them laughing. You've got a point. It is really tricky.
That was really hard.
It was a really tough category. Stay there, though, because we will find out how Felix gets on. If you want to come here, let's see. I'm afraid it's the same subject, so it's really tricky. But let's get your cards up and have a look. Okay, here we go. So again, it is the most Premier League goals from being a sub. Okay, so you got Umar Niasse with 4. Do you want me to ask the fan zone to help you here? Leon Osman, what do we say, fan zone? Higher or lower? We're all saying lower, actually. So it's up to you. What do you think?
Lower.
Lower. Let's see if you're right. Is it lower than Umar Niasse's 4? 2. You've got a point on the board. Okay, let's have a look then. Victor and Ichibi then. What do we think, fan zone? Higher or lower than Aussie? They're all saying higher, but totally up to you.
Higher.
See if it's higher. Let's have a look. Is it higher than 2? Oh, it's 8. Yeah, you're saying they got the bum draw at the front. Okay, Andy Johnson. What do we think? Higher or lower, fan zone? Higher or lower than 8? They're all saying lower.
Lower.
You're going to go with the fan zone. They're doing quite well on this. So let's have a look. Is it correct? He scored 3 from the subs bench. Okay, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What do we think from being a sub, fan zone? Oh, you were loud. Higher.
Higher.
Higher. Let's have a look. Is it higher for DCL? 5. All right, your next card, Thomas Radzinski. What do we say, fan zone? Higher or lower than DCL? Oh, they're not so sure on that one. It's up to you. What do you think?
Lower.
You're going to say lower. Let's have a look. It is. You have got a clean sweep. I had a tiebreaker ready and everything, but I don't think we're going to need that. Harry and Ricky, you had a shocking set of cards.
We had a right bum draw there.
I'm so sorry. I will complain about that because that was really tricky. I think that was the hardest. You have won I'll start that again. A programme for today's match. So you're not going home empty-handed. Felix, you won a stadium tour for 2 people. So you're a super sub yourself there. You came in at the last minute. We will get your prizes to you in just a second. So wait there. That is all we've got time for inside the fan zone today. We'll be back on Thursday, the 27th of April. It's a 7:45 kickoff against Newcastle. I hope lots of you can join us then. Stick with us if you're watching online, though, for Everton Live, because Sarah will be inside the stadium. She will be pitch side with much more going right up to kickoff. Thanks so much. Come on, you Blues.
Back here, pitch side now, and the lads have just come out onto the pitch, so not long to go until kick-off, and we're just going to have a quick run-through again of that team news for you. Just get out of the way of Dominic behind me there. So starting for Everton, we have in goal number 1, Jordan Pickford, who is captain today. Number 2, James Tarkowski. Number 5, scorer of that screamer the last time here, Michael Keane. Number 7, Dwight McNeil. 11, Damari Gray. Number 17, Alex Iwobi. Number 19, Vitaly Mikolenko. Number 20 and starting today, Neil Mope. Number 22, Ben Godfrey. 27, Idrissa Gana-Gueye. And number 37, James Garner gets a start for the Blues as well. Subs for the Blues, Asmir Begovic, Nathan Patterson, Mason Holgate, Yerry Mina, Tom Davis, Connor Cody, Ellis Sims, Stanley Mills, and Ishe Samuel Smith as well. Gets his call up to the first team squad. And our visitors, Fulham, in goal 17, Bernard Leno. Number 2, Kenny Tete. 4, Tosin Adebarabio. Apologies, I think I've absolutely made a nightmare of that one. Number 6, Harrison Reed. Number 8, Harry Wilson. 13 and captain Tim Reen. 18, Andreas Pereira. Number 20, Willian. 21, Daniel James. Number 26, Yao Polina. 33 and former Blue, number 33, former Blue, Anthony Robinson. Subs for Fulham, Marek Rodak, Shane Duffy, former Blue as well, of course, Tom Kearney, Mana Solomon, Cedric Suarez, Bobby de Cordova Reed, Sasa Lukic, Carlos Vinicius and Issa Diop as well. So those are the teams. Apologies for anybody's name that I may have made a mess of there. But yeah, coming up for you, we've got a few VTs on the way. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by a true Everton legend, Dave Watson, pitchside here at Goodison Park. Dave, thank you for joining us.
That's okay.
And this is obviously, you know, a place where you've played many a time over your 14 years with the club. Yeah. How does it feel to be here?
It's always good to come back. I get back here quite often, and you know, the memories come flooding back from the great days and the tough times we've had here. But for somehow, you know, the fans have dragged us through. And you know, that's what we'll be sort of hoping for a little bit today.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Seamus Coleman, I've just mentioned your 14 years with the club. Seamus has also reached 14 years with Everton Football Club. Yeah. Do you have any sort of like information? How do you gain such longevity with a football club, with a single club?
It's well, you need a lot of luck with injuries. You know, that's the most important thing. But you've also got to be disciplined to make sure you're working every muscle in your body and you're keeping as fit as you can and as healthy as you can. And that's all you can do, and hope that, you know, you keep away from injuries. Mm-hmm. I done that, and I was very fortunate and had great days, amazing days from the first season I came here, winning the league and then going on to win the FA Cup, to manage the club, coach at the club. It's been amazing. I love the place, and I'll be sad to see it when this goes. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to think, actually. I think about that a lot, Dave, when this beautiful grand lady does fall one day. It doesn't bear thought, really. Yeah. But as you said, you've done almost every role with this great club. Yeah. And speaking of greats, Neville Southall, the greatest to ever be in the sticks. Yeah. What was it like playing alongside him?
It was quite nerve-wracking at times. You know, we used to. I don't think his vocabulary of the English was very good. You know, one or two swear words used to come out, and you know, if Neville was upset that you weren't doing your job in front of you, which was great because he used to keep us on our toes, and we had to be at our best. But he's a tremendous character, Big Nev. You know, the fans loved him. He was the best goalkeeper in the world. You know, at one time. It was just totally amazing what he made. He got us a good reputation, really, you know, because he used to, anything got past us, you could bank on the big fella, you know, saving it. So we had great days, and on the pitch he was funny, you know. He'd say things to you, you know, and it just make you laugh, and you think, bloody 50-odd, 60,000 in the ground, and this is going on, Big Nev's messing about, you know. But amazing fella he was, yeah.
And a great keeper. And speaking of great goalkeepers as well, Jordan Pickford has recently penned his long-term future to the club. Where do you rank him? He's fantastic also.
Yeah, well, you know, he's England goalkeeper. I mean, that speaks for itself. He's done great here. He's pulled off some amazing saves. His agility is fantastic, and his distribution of the ball, you know, and what more do you need? So yeah, we're delighted he's staying here, and let's hope we can, you know, kick today off with a victory, and then just carry on to the end of the season, picking points up along the way, you know.
Let's hope so. And people who help with that, massively important. Of course, the centre halves we've got at the club, the likes of Connor Cody, Tarkovsky, Godfrey, Holgate. Where do you rank those guys this season?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've had the good moments. It's like anything, you know. You have your good moments, you do great defending, and then you'll make a mistake. The secret is to try and have a level of consistency, you know, try and be an 8 or a 9 out of 10 every week, rather than a 7 and an 8 and then a 5 and then a 4. And, you know, you need to be up there, consistent level, and then the manager knows what he's got and he can trust the players who are consistently performing.
Definitely, and you just mentioned Sean Dyche there, you know, and he says he goes into every game. The players must have that must-win mentality.
Yeah.
What have you made of the new boss so far?
He's been great, you know what I mean. He's come in, he's very upbeat, he says what he thinks, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. I like Sean. He's a very passionate fella. He shows it from the side. It rubs off on the fans, and that's what we need. We need the fans to get right behind the team as well, and I'm sure we'll get a good result.
Big Dave Watson there, what a player. But we're going to hear from number 5, Michael Keane now, and of course Sean Dyche ahead of this massive one today versus Fulham. Let's hear from him now.
Michael, what lessons do you take from that defeat against Manchester United coming into this game today?
I think we were a bit off it physically. I didn't think we were quite at it. I think that was easy to see in the first half. So we need to get back to what we have been in every other game. Since obviously the new manager's come in, working hard and being difficult to beat. I think we gave away far too many chances, so hopefully we can sort that out today.
What's it like for you as a player being in this relegation battle? Does it add more pressure to your game?
Obviously there's a bit more pressure, but I just try and focus on what's ahead of us. We've got a game today and it's a home match, and we come into all our home games thinking we can win. So yeah, we take it one game at a time, but we know the position we're in, we know what's at stake and how important it is. So yeah, we're really up for it.
It's that home factor is something that your manager Sean Dyche spoke about in his pre-match press conference. How important is that Goodison factor today?
Yeah, it's massive. Whenever the fans are behind us, it makes it really difficult for the opposition, and the fans here have been like that, well, forever really, but especially the last couple of seasons when times have been tough. So we know they'll be behind us today. It's up to us to give them something to cheer about, and yeah, hopefully if we perform well and they get behind us, we get a good result.
Good luck today. Thank
you. Cheers.
Sean, let's get straight into the team news. 3 changes. James Garner making his first Premier League start. Onana not in the squad. What's the reasoning behind those changes?
Yeah, a couple of injuries, unfortunately, with Amadou and Seamus. Duke's obviously suspended. Yeah, great opportunity for others to come into the side and hopefully be productive today.
What do you want to see from your Everton team, especially what are the lessons that you learnt from that defeat against Manchester United last time out?
Well, I want to see the framework right, because it's been good since we got here. The energy has to be right, the commitment to the cause, but also the quality. You know, we've got players in there who can still be very effective, I believe, and we want that today, ably supported by our fans.
Fulham, of course, coming into this game off the back of a poor run of results. What do you need to be wary of their performance today? Well,
only a reaction to them results. You know, they've had a good season other than the recent run that they've had. That can happen, of course. More thinking about ourselves. You know, I said to the players, we have to push all that aside, because the noise around other teams is not our world. We have to make sure that we're looking after ourselves. And of course, when the whistle blows, we've got to be ready to go. It's one of my biggest things, is making sure the mentality is that.
One of the big names missing from the team sheet, though, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. How close was he today?
Yeah, he's making really good recovery now, looking strong in training. Have to be a little bit careful. You know, he's had a number of weeks out, but we're hopeful the way he's going that he'll be around it for next week.
Good luck today. Thank you, Sean. Cheers.
Well, we've heard from the players, we've heard from the manager, so as always, all that's left now is the game itself. But to finish on, of course, as we've spoken about a lot today, 34 years on from the day that 97 Liverpool supporters tragically lost their lives. We're thinking of them. Hope you've enjoyed the show.